Imagine a hidden kingdom, shrouded in mystery, a technological marvel concealed from the world for centuries. A nation that chose isolation, guarding its precious secrets, while the rest of humanity struggled. But what happens when the past returns to haunt its present, threatening to unravel everything it stands for? Welcome back, cinematic explorers, to a deep dive into the heart of Wakanda, as we unravel the epic tale of Black Panther. Join us as we recap every thrilling moment, every emotional beat, of a film that redefined superhero cinema. Thank you for being here, and let's jump straight into the story. Our story begins in 1992 Oakland, California, where King T'Chaka confronts his brother, Prince Njobu, over his betrayal. Zuri, T'Chaka's war dog spy, reveals Njobu's plan to arm oppressed people worldwide using Wakandan vibranium. Njobu draws a weapon on Zuri, forcing T'Chaka to kill his own brother to save Zuri's life, a tragic secret that will ripple through decades. Decades later, news breaks across the world: King T'Chaka has died in a terrorist attack at the United Nations. His son, Prince T'Challa, is set to inherit the throne of Wakanda. Before his coronation, T'Challa, as the Black Panther, undertakes a mission to extract his former love, Nakia, from a perilous operation. He claims he never freezes, but a tense standoff with armed kidnappers proves otherwise, as he prioritizes Nakia's safety. Nakia teases him about freezing, despite their success in rescuing the kidnapped girls. T'Challa asks Nakia to return to Wakanda for his coronation, signaling his desire for her to be part of his future. Upon their return to Wakanda, T'Challa, Nakia, and General Okoye are greeted by Queen Ramonda and Princess Shuri. Okoye humorously confirms T'Challa's freezing incident to Shuri, much to his exasperation. Shuri, Wakanda's brilliant inventor, upgrades T'Challa's Kimoyo beads and unveils new vibranium tech, including his suit. Meanwhile, in London, Eric Killmonger, alongside Ulysses Klaue, attempts to steal a vibranium artifact from a museum. Killmonger corrects the curator, claiming the artifact is from Wakanda, not Benin, before orchestrating a diversion to steal it. Back in Wakanda, the coronation ceremony begins, with Zuri officiating as T'Challa prepares to have his Black Panther powers stripped. T'Challa drinks the herb, temporarily losing his powers to ensure a fair challenge. After no tribes initially challenge, Baku, leader of the Jabari tribe, unexpectedly arrives to challenge T'Challa for the throne. Baku criticizes T'Challa's inability to protect his father and Wakanda's reliance on technology over tradition. T'Challa accepts M'Baku's challenge, leading to a brutal ritual combat at the Warrior Falls. Despite M'Baku's strength, T'Challa ultimately defeats him, but spares his life after M'Baku yields. T'Challa is officially crowned king and consumes the heart-shaped herb to restore his Black Panther powers. He journeys to the ancestral plane, where he reunites with his father, T'Chaka. T'Challa expresses his fear and unpreparedness for kingship, longing for his father's presence. T'Chaka advises him to surround himself with trusted people, acknowledging the difficulty of being a good king. Later, Nakia explains her desire to help people outside Wakanda, urging T'Challa to share their resources with the world. She advocates for foreign aid and technology access, but T'Challa fears revealing Wakanda's true nature. Wabi, T'Challa's best friend and head of the border tribe, informs him that Ulysses Klaue plans to sell stolen vibranium in South Korea. T'Challa vows to capture Klaue, a mission his father never accomplished, to bring him to Wakandan justice. Despite Wabi's personal vendetta against Klaue for his parents' deaths, T'Challa promises to bring him back alive. Shuri provides T'Challa with advanced gear for the mission, including a new suit that absorbs kinetic energy. She also gives him sneakers with sound-absorbing technology, perfect for stealth. In a Busan casino, T'Challa, Okoye, and Nakia infiltrate Klaue's deal with CIA agent Everett Ross. T'Challa confronts Ross, who claims diplomatic immunity for his operation, creating tension. The vibranium is revealed, and a chaotic shootout erupts as T'Challa's team moves to apprehend Klaue. T'Challa attempts to capture Klaue, but he escapes, leading to a thrilling car chase through Busan. Shuri remotely pilots T'Challa's car from Wakanda, navigating the chaotic streets with impressive skill. Klau's men discover T'Challa's vibranium suit is impervious to bullets, much to their dismay. Shuri realizes T'Challa's suit stores kinetic energy, which he can then unleash as a powerful shockwave. T'Challa eventually corners Klau, interrogating him about his stolen vibranium arm cannon. Klau mocks Wakanda's hidden nature, fueling T'Challa's anger. Agent Ross intervenes, reminding T'Challa of international observation, and takes Klau into custody. At the interrogation facility, Ross questions Klau, who reveals Wakanda's true nature as a technologically advanced nation built on vibranium. Klau explains Wakanda's facade as a third-world country, concealing its vast vibranium resources and advanced technology. Suddenly, Killmonger and his team attack the facility, attempting to rescue Klau. In the chaos, Ross is shot while protecting Nakia. T'Challa uses a Kimoyo bead to stabilize Ross, but his team debates taking a foreigner into Wakanda. T'Challa decides to bring Ross to Wakanda for treatment, believing it's his duty to save him. Upon returning, T'Challa is confronted by Wabi, who is furious that Klau escaped. Wabi expresses his disappointment in T'Challa, seeing his actions as a repeat of his father's perceived failures. Meanwhile, Killmonger betrays and kills Klau, bringing his body to the Wakandan border. Killmonger reveals his true identity and intentions, leaving a shocked Wabi to question his loyalty. T'Challa, upon seeing the ring on Killmonger's finger, confronts Shuri about his uncle N'Jobu. Shuri reluctantly reveals the painful truth about N'Jobu's radicalization, his plan to arm global insurgents, and T'Chaka's decision to kill him. Shuri admits they left N'Jobu's son, Eric, behind in Oakland, concealing the truth to maintain Wakanda's secrecy. Agent Ross awakens in Shuri's lab, amazed by Wakanda's advanced technology. Shuri explains how vibranium technology healed him overnight, showcasing the wonders of her kingdom. Wabi arrives at the palace, bringing Killmonger and Klau's body, revealing Killmonger's Wakandan heritage and his war dog tattoo. Queen Ramonda and Shuri are horrified by the revelation of T'Chaka's actions and the existence of Killmonger. Nakia encourages T'Challa to learn from his father's mistakes and forge his own path as king. Ross, after researching Eric Stevens, reveals his military background and his nickname, Killmonger, due to his kill count. Killmonger, after presenting Klau's body, publicly challenges T'Challa for the throne, revealing his lineage as N'Jadaka, son of N'Jobu. He blames T'Challa's father for his own father's death, accusing T'Chaka of murder. T'Challa, bound by tradition, accepts Killmonger's challenge for a ritual combat at the Warrior Falls. Again, T'Challa's powers are stripped away, making the fight fair. During the brutal fight, Shuri intervenes, confessing his role in N'Jobu's death to protect T'Challa. Killmonger mercilessly kills Shuri, then defeats T'Challa, seemingly throwing him over the waterfall to his death. Killmonger declares himself the new king, much to the dismay of the royal family and many Wakandans. Nakia, Shuri, and Queen Ramonda escape, while Okoye, bound by loyalty to the throne, remains with the Dora Milaje. Nakia tries to convince Okoye to join them, but Okoye's loyalty to the throne, regardless of who sits on it, prevents her. The women retrieve a heart-shaped herb, the last one, before Killmonger can destroy the entire garden. Killmonger travels to the ancestral plane, where he confronts the ghost of his father, N'Jobu. N'Jobu laments leaving Eric behind, and Eric expresses his resentment for being abandoned. Back in the physical world, Killmonger burns the remaining heart-shaped herbs, preventing anyone else from gaining Black Panther powers. He reveals his radical plan to use Wakandan vibranium weapons to arm oppressed people globally, sparking a worldwide revolution. The elders express concern about his aggressive strategy, but Killmonger dismisses their traditional caution. Nakia, Shuri, and Ramonda journey to the Jabari lands, seeking M'Baku's help and offering him the last heart-shaped herb. M'Baku initially refuses to help, reminding them of T'Challa's defeat, but eventually shows them T'Challa, still alive. T'Challa is in a coma, kept alive by the cold of the Jabari Mountains, prompting Shuri to propose taking him to her lab. Ramonda administers the last herb to Chala, sending him back to the ancestral plane. This time, Chala confronts his father, Chaka, about abandoning Jobu's son, Eric. Chala accuses his father and all past kings of being wrong to turn their backs on the world. He resolves to right these wrongs, claiming he cannot rest while Killmonger sits on the throne. Ross, now fully recovered, reveals Killmonger's training as a JSOC operative, explaining his strategic move to seize power during a transition. He warns that Killmonger plans to use Wakanda's technology and vibranium to arm war dogs around the world. Chala returns, ready to reclaim his throne, and is joined by Nakia, Shuri, and Ross, who pledge their support. Chala attempts to enlist M'Baku and the Jabari, appealing to their shared heritage and the danger Killmonger poses. M'Baku, however, rejects Chala's plea, stating the Jabari will not join the fight. Killmonger prepares to send vibranium weapons to war dogs in London, New York, and Hong Kong. Chala arrives, revealing he is alive and challenges Killmonger, igniting a massive battle between Loyalist forces and Killmonger's army, led by Wabi. Okoye pleads with Wabi to stop, but his loyalty to Killmonger's vision is too strong. Shuri and Nakia plan to hijack a Royal Talon fighter to intercept the weapon shipments, while Ross takes control of the remote piloting system. Ross, despite his initial hesitation, pilots a jet and shoots down the transport planes carrying vibranium weapons. M'Baku and the Jabari unexpectedly arrive, joining Chala's forces, turning the tide of the battle. Chala and Killmonger engage in a final brutal showdown within the vibranium mine. Shuri guides Ross to deactivate the vibranium train tracks, disrupting Killmonger's suit, while the lab comes under attack. Ross, trapped in the lab, manages to use the sonic overload to free himself and complete Shuri's instructions. Okoye ultimately defeats Wabi, choosing Wakanda over her love, bringing him to tears. Chala finally defeats Killmonger, critically wounding him. Killmonger, looking out at a Wakandan sunset, refuses Chala's offer of healing, choosing death over imprisonment. He asks to be buried in the ocean with his ancestors who chose death over slavery. Nakia thanks Chala for saving Wakanda, and he expresses gratitude for her vision. Chala, embracing Nakia's vision, decides to reveal Wakanda's true nature to the world. He visits the Oakland building where his uncle died, announcing it will be the first Wakandan International Outreach Center. Children from Oakland witness a Wakandan ship, mesmerized by its advanced technology. Chala publicly addresses the United Nations, declaring Wakanda will share its knowledge and resources with the outside world. He emphasizes unity and cooperation, hoping to build bridges rather than barriers. A delegate questions what a nation of farmers could offer, a moment of dramatic irony. In a post-credit scene, Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, awakens in Wakanda, healed and at peace, greeted by Shuri, marking a new chapter for him. And that, cinematic adventurers, is the full, exhilarating journey of Marvel's Black Panther. From its stunning visuals to its powerful storytelling, it's a film that resonates deeply. What was your favorite moment, or character, in this incredible movie? Let us know in the comments below, we love hearing your thoughts. If you enjoyed this detailed recap, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more amazing movie explanations and recaps. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our next cinematic adventure. Until next time, keep exploring the magic of movies.